Hi, my name is Karen Walker with Laugh Yourself Into Stitches, and today I am here with my friend Melissa Hoffman, and her company name is...
and her One more time.
Okay. And her company name is...
Fiddle Stitches and Sawdust.
And why the sawdust?
Well, after stitching for almost 20 years, I decided to do something new with sawdust. I'll show you later.
Yeah, stay tuned. We're here today to show you how to freehand this Cotton Daisy quilt. The Cotton Daisy, I released the pattern in 2018. Renee Nanneman designed her bee fabric, which has now been reprinted 4 times by Andover, and it's called Cotton Daisies. There's just 4 fabrics to make this quilt. But everybody asks, how do you do the quilting? So I have begged Melissa to help me put together this tutorial because she's an amazing long armer. And so today we are going to show you how to freehand the daisy quilt block and also the alternate quilt block. And the alternate quilt block, we are also working with another friend of ours named Heidi, who is going to see if she can digitize this alternate block and bring a digital element to it, so you can share that with your long armor. So with all that said, let's get to the quilt and we'll show you how it's done. Okay, first when we're starting, I am using Linda Hershka's from the Quilted Pineapple, her curved ruler set number 8. And we use that when we bounce around to create these petals on the daisy block. So Melissa's going to show you here how we are setting this up for freehand.
So to start with, you can see how it radiates out from this octagon. Come over here. So this lines up here, that there, and there.
So did you do the cross hatching in the center first?
I did do the cross hatching first.
And we also stitched in the ditch around the octagon.
Yes, I'll show you how to do that. Okay. When I was stitching the daisy block, I made sure to do the center first, and I stitched in the ditch all the way around, and then using these points here, I would create my grid and come over here and do the same.
So it's a 1-inch grid, and she stitched in the ditch around the octagon as well as the square around the octagon.
So I used this ruler, and it turned out I don't use rulers very much. So I was kind of intrigued with how it actually works, because you can kind of float it around to where you want it to be. So that's what I did. I'd do it that side, and then I'd flip it over, float it, bring it in, do the secondary one, flip it, bring it there, and then move over to the next.
Moving on to the petals, we have 2 different petals. We have one on the side, and we have them in the corners. So you can see the corner petals and then the ones that are on the sides. Okay, so which one are you going to do?
Okay, so so to start with this up here, and again, I just would start, I'd do the outer side first, and then I'd flip this over and do the inner side, and then I would stay there for a second, and then I would adjust this till it goes smaller there, and then up here, and go like that there.
So you're actually using where is that? Right there.
Yeah, I'm just using that point right there, and I'm going as close to this point up here, or approximately close to it. It's funny how with freehand you're a little bit freer in your exactness. So
and you can tell it doesn't look perfect, but it looks like a true daisy. And then she moved in how many, like a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch?
Probably to start the middle ones, probably a good 1/2 inch, because it connects with this one right here.
Right, so you want to line up the cross hatching with that petal.
Yeah, and what I like about this ruler is it really glides easy when you want to curve it, because I didn't have a perfect curve there.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have looked proper.
Yeah, so you don't want perfect curves. You just want to have a tool like Linda Hershka's curved ruler to help guide.
Yeah, because you're still doing it on your own.
Yeah. And then you move over and do the top one like that. Okay,
So as I'm coming and finishing this one here, I'll stitch in the ditch along that little portion, and then I'll start this one up here.
Yeah. And if you want, you can use this as the registration, and also if it's me, I'll just come down to this one. I might, make a little dot with a water-soluble pen right there so I know where to start and stop my point. So anyway, so that's how you make the leaves, and like I said, there are corner ones and then the ones that go on the sides and the top and bottom of the Cotton Daisy. So that is that block, and we'll move on to this block, which seems to be a little more difficult, but it's not, and we are working with somebody to help maybe digitize this for everyone if they want that.
Okay, so for the other block, it's created with 4 different elements. You've got a circle, the cross hatching, the petals, and echoing the petals. The circle is approximately 3 inches. The cross hatching is a little under an inch, half inch apart, and the petals from this point to that point is 2.5 inches, or just under, and then the echoing is a 1/4 inch apart from that. We were just kind of trying to remeasure, and this is a 1/2 inch shorter than this.
So we measured down from the edge of the block on the side, this one here. Yep, that one, and it was it was 3/4 inch down from the edge of the block down that we marked.
Right there.
Right there. And the corner petals, there's 4 of them, are what, a 1/2 inch?
1/4 inch.
1/4 inch.
Oh, half inch, you're right.
Yeah, 1/2 inch, because we're not doing the echoing, we're doing the actual petal. So eliminate, or don't pay attention to the echoing right now, we're talking about the actual petal. So a 1/2 inch down from the corner petals, and a 3/4 inch down from the side petals. Okay, go ahead. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, and then after the petals are drawn, you said that there's about an inch, between.
So that's just under an inch, and that is 3/4. So
Okay.
So like 7/8.
Okay, so approximately, this is not rocket science. You're not going to put this in a show, right? You won't be judged, right? It just looks beautiful, freehand, nice and pretty. And if it's not perfect, don't worry about it. But after the petals are stitched on, then you go back and you echo a 1/4 inch around. Just very simple 1/4 inch echoing. And that's how that is done. But because Melissa is smart, she created this little drawing that I am going to photograph, make it into a PDF, and then you can download this, cut it out, and then place it on your block and trace where you want your petals to go. So you can trace the whole thing, or you can just do little registration points and use your ruler to, guide you when you're stitching. So if that makes sense. And you can see that the daisy block is set straight. It's a straight set, and then the alternate block is set on point. So it creates a very interesting
secondary design.
Yeah, that's it. And then Melissa, talk about just these sections in here, that section.
So these cute little things, I didn't even realize it's actually another design element to the whole quilt, but they're stitched in the ditch all the way around, and then they're echoed inside just to pop up.
Mm-hmm. So stitching in the ditch actually just makes your quilting look so much more, what do you call it, pristine, or crisp?
It just crisp.
Yeah,
I like that word.
Really pops it out. So anyway, this is just a little tutorial on how we did the Cotton Daisies quilting. I hope this helps everybody and answers your questions, because I get this all the time. So I hope this was helpful, and happy stitching. Melissa said I should say happy stitching. Yes, happy quilting, happy stitching. Okay, signing off.